a digital sculptor. He worked on a lot of the monsters. Yep. So, and he's also done some of the character
Those curves on Wraith.
Yep. He
Brandon
did a lot of that work, so
curves.
thank him for the creepy attraction that goes on there for some of you.
I've
been reading way too many forum posts.
Anyways.
Sorry. Anywho, I'm just gonna take a look at chat. Oh, look, distracted.
Oh. So anyways, why don't we check out the load-in, because it looks like it's gonna be Wraith versus Hank, Val, Maggie, and did I see Markov or Hyde? I think they're playing with the first team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that screenshot of Wraith is just terrifying. She looks very arachnid in that pose. It's really unsettling.
Yeah, definitely.
No, Andy Arocho, I am not Val. No.
Val?
No.
She's Russian, first of all.
Is she, oh, no, I think she's Polish. I believe Val's Polish.
Is she from Earth?
No, she's not from Earth, but she's from, like,
space
Polish. Poland. Like Markov is from space Russia.
Poland and space Russia.
Obviously.
I'll have you know. Well, it's like other countries are going to want to...
Thanks for the childbearing Wraith hips, Brandon. You're welcome, mind killer.
I would like to point out that other countries are going to want to colonize other planets, so...
Ari,
sorry. So the game's, we're starting off with some sneaky Wraith play. Do you want to tell them about Sky Wraith?
So Sky Wraith, I won't do justice to this, but Brandon does a Wraith build that is basically, because this is the pre-beta balance build. So Wraith has a lot of the things that people were complaining about in the beta. So decoy, you can still warp, you can still eat while you're invisible. So Brandon, to avoid people calling foul on that, plays abduction, warp blast. So those are skill shots, right? So no supernova, no decoy. Both of those are targeted. You have to be a long distance out, and I think the reason it's called Sky Wraith is because you start from like really high up and you abduct people and drop them off cliffs. If we had fall damage, I feel like that would be a lot worse. But we don't.
It is really bad. It does.
But it does
really
mess
bad.
you up, and then you waste your jetpack.
You're disoriented. You're far away.
Yeah. So we'll hopefully see some really cool abducts going on.
Hopefully we see some Sky Wraith in action.
Got some spinning wildlife over here. Stay still so I can eat you.
Brandon's an interesting Wraith player because a lot of Wraith players tend to be really, really sneaky, and I don't think Brandon is that sneaky. And maybe this is just because we haven't seen him play against a really good team in a long time.
Yeah, that might be it.
But usually Brandon will come in and go all out and aggro a lot of damage.
Although I feel like for Sky Wraith to work, the hunters have to be unaware of your location, right? Because if you're going to be abducting, if people have line of sight on you and can see you or are aware of where you are, they can actually dodge it, especially if he's trying to do it from a really far distance.
Yep.
So,
definitely.
Any questions in the
chat? There was a question. Somebody asked what our favorite, and there was a request for you to have a British accent. Somebody asked what
I did that the other night. Sorry, guys.
What our favorite class to play as is.
Oh yeah.
Mine is either support or medic.
Yes.
I'm really impartial. I guess I prefer a medic over support, but it depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah, I think it's also like who you're playing with.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference. I love Assault. Which is funny because I mostly play Assault and Trapper, so me and Jess, between the two of us, if we could clone ourselves, we could make a whole team.
A whole team.
And that's a terrifying thought.
That would be 2v, 4v? Anyways.
Yeah, let's not get into that. Anywho, so we've got him evolving, so this is going to be stage 2 for our Wraith. And let's see what he does with his points. Yep, so just keeping it...
Not surprised.
Keeping it straight in Sky Wraith build. It's very exciting. We do need a female Assault, like the Angel of Verdun. I agree.
We have said that, we would like to make a fully female hunter team.
Yeah, I had an interview, actually. I was recently doing a press tour in London, and someone said that they wanted to see Emily Blunt as the voice of one of our people, and based on the Angel, that would be so cool. Just like giant sword and mech armor and stuff. Well, I don't know why I did that. Just ignore that. Brandon is playing. Yeah. Thank you, Turtle Rock Studios. We have our lovely Anna on the Turtle Rock account answering all your questions when we can't get to them.
Oh, who is our favorite in each class? I've got this one down pat.
See, now I'm in a difficult situation because I'm torn with my favorite assault.
Ah,
Yeah.
I think
So
I
I've got
understand.
Markov. Markov's the only one I can talk about. I'll just say
Yeah,
that.
I'm partial to those too.
Who's your favorite support, Jess?
My favorite support is Cabot. I love Cabot. That damage amp, especially against Wraith. I mean, they picked this hunter build for a reason, right? They picked Maggie because they feel like Maggie's gonna have Daisy, and Daisy's really good at sniffing out Wraith and stuff like that. But I think Hank's pretty good. The Hank Val combination is great against Wraith, but I think Cabot's amazing against Wraith because he has that damage amp, right? Cabot, just locks in with that damage amp, and then you've got a damage dealer like Hyde with his flamethrower.
Yeah, exactly.
Point and
Like
haste.
what we're seeing right now.
And he just melts Wraith.
I do really like Abe against Wraith, personally, just because the stasis grenades are really strong. So you lock her down, you have Cabot put his damage amp on her, and then you have either Markov or Hyde like lay into her, and you really have to capitalize on those times when you lock her down because she is so slippery. So when you do get her in one place for a minute, you really have to make the most of it.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody asked what our favorite pop vinyl figures are from the...
Oh, I love the pop vinyl figures.
I
was
know.
working on those, and I've been there every step of the way from the Skull Company.
It's
Been
been
very
so
exciting.
excited.
I have to say, so the Goliaths are actually the 6-inch figures, and the Hunters are the normal size.
Yeah.
So they're gonna look sort of not to scale, but there's sort of suggest the difference there. There's actually a Goliath. There's a special edition Goliath that I don't think we've talked about yet, but I'm super excited about it. It's gonna be awesome because I think the little Goliath is really cute.
He's so cute.
But I also like little Hank. Because
I like little Hank
is
a
like
lot.
such a gruff cigar smoking kind of guy, and then you see him like all cutified, and
Yeah.
it's just like,
Well, and like when we were looking at the pop figures as they were being created, we were like, Hank has got to have his cigar and his playing card. So important. It's just.
yep.
Hank's hilarious. Hank is my second choice for support. I don't play Bucket very much, and I think it's because I'm really terrible at the UAV. I mean, I don't play
Yeah.
flying simulators, and there's a reason for that.
Well, there's also a ceiling that you can only fly so high as Bucket, and I tend to want to get a lot higher than he goes. So I think if you're not going to use the UAV, you're kind of missing a lot of his utility. So yeah, I've really enjoyed playing Cabot lately, though.
Cabot's amazing, and
Cabot's really fun.
he's the leader. He like motivates people. He's cool. He's got
an awesome
he's got
jacket.
the patch, you know. Which we made some of those
Like,
of, and I think
just
some of
talking
you in the
about
chat are
fashion
lucky enough to
choices.
maybe have won them. I don't know.
Let's see, we got anything else here?
Well, someone was asking, so if you're just tuning in, this is Turtle Rock versus 2K. Turtle Rock Monster versus 2K Hunters. I believe they are doing best out of 5.
I think it's 4 in this stage. I think we've got like a 3-stage battle or something. There's a complicated rule set that
Yeah.
they've probably explained on the Evolve channel.
We probably should have listened to it.
Well, I read it. It's rather elaborate, but I agree with Black Aegis that Phil does need to do a Hank cosplay.
Yeah.
I have some weird cosplay ideas that I probably won't get into because they're strange. But
That's leading our imaginations down a weird
okay, sorry.
path.
I want to crossplay Lazarus. I don't know if that makes it any better, but I feel like a creepy chick version of Lazarus who's like super pasty and.
Like Jack from Mass Effect, but Lazarus. Jack's the only bold female video game character I could think of, so I just said
Oh yeah, as you know, I'm not
biggest
a Mass
fan.
Effect person.
Whatever. Something that I wanted to point out because I just saw it happen and I think it's really cool and I never ever see this because I don't want to play a monster. If you incap a hunter, you get 2 evolution energy point segments.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
You'll
didn't
see
know
it
that
pop
either
up
until
when
recently.
he incaps somebody, and especially as Wraith, lots of grief there when the incap happens.
Well, also, if you're playing with Lazarus, you might feel like you're never getting any progress because, he'll pick people up and they won't have strikes. So you're not really kind of cutting away at that health pool like you would with any other healer. But you are still getting that in-cap energy back. So that is less... So there's still something to be gained from taking people down, even if Lazarus can get them back up without a strike.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting. There was something... Oh, why are there no space Norwegians? Well, maybe we
Space
just haven't gotten there yet.
What's to say there aren't space Norwegians?
You know,
they just don't happen to be
we could
planet
maybe-
tamers,
maybe
I think.
get there. You know, we've got more hunters coming, so anything can happen.
I mean, the job of Planet Tamer is they're these rugged guys that go out and they go and make
guys and
planets.
girls.
So, well, guys is a general, whatever.
Anyways.
They go out and they make these planets habitable. So, you know, it calls to all sorts of people, I think.
Yep. Oh, grabbed him.
Then, a really solid abduction is super disorienting.
But Hank coming in there with the clutch shield, but oh, you've got a cloak. But Brandon is really good at seeing those footprints and knowing exactly where people are.
Yep.
And you see he actually just filled his evolve meter by taking someone down.
Yep.
So
lesser known fact too, you can see, I don't know if you guys are big monster players, but there are little tiny hunter footprints.
Yeah, and they glow red. They're actually, I find them a little confusing, but I think when you get more comfortable, because I rarely play monster, so I think if you play monster quite a bit, you start to understand, like, okay, they're going this way, and it really helps. I think in the game that I played at 2K where I was monster, they kept going invisible, and I was like, trying to light them on fire, but couldn't see them, so.
Yeah.
It's something I'm working on.
An interesting point is that, you know, we just, in the open beta, that was the first time Wraith was really public. You know, she was out in the wild, she was being played, and we were getting data on her. And people came to us afterwards and told us what they thought of the Wraith balance and stuff like that. And I don't know if you've seen it, but we did make changes, and you can view that on the Evolve Game news. They have a blog where they talk about some of the data that we got from the open beta and some of the changes that we made to Wraith. It's an interview with Chris Ashton, the co-founder of Turtle Rock. But the data did show us that Wraith is most powerful, or does the most damage in Stage 3, and I think that that'll always hold true. That'll never change.
Yeah, man, that was a solid combo. Although that abduct a minute ago, or attempted abduct a minute ago, where he just ran straight into the wall. Let's see.
Look at that. Man.
Why Wraith only has 2 powers.
He was trying to pick up somebody, and he gets in, abducts them out, so he can't pick them out.
Yeah, you can abduct bodies, which I think is another really interesting. Oh no, sneak attacked, and his friend is miles away.
The interesting thing about the Wraith sneak attack is she, like, puts her pincers in.
Yeah, it's creepy. Her animations are just beautiful. Well done to our animation team for that.
Super
yep.
Awesome.
And get away from that flamethrower as fast as possible. So yeah, Brandon's doing really well. He's really low on health, and that health will disappear rather quickly.
Oh
man.
Peace out, assault player.
Yeah, that health will disappear really quickly if he gets caught, so he really needs to get his armor back up, which you can see him doing. We might, I don't know if we're gonna get an evolve. Oh!
Just to remind you guys, this is Turtle Rock playing 2K Hunters.
Yeah, so we've got, one of these people has 2 strikes, so the next death for them is going to be a down.
Instant death.
Yep, instant death.
I mean, they have taken a lot off of his health.
They're
doing quite well, I think.
Yeah, they've done a good job of locking him down.
If I was playing as Hunter right now, I would feel somewhat confident.
Yeah, the reason Brandon is doing this build is because it is the press build. It's the, you know, the same Wraith that was in the beta.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are a lot of comments that Decoy and Supernova were too strong. They actually got nerfed, so you do, I think, 10% less damage.
I don't know the exact
in Supernova. There's a 30% longer cooldown on Decoy, so you can't really spam that to get away. It encourages you to use Decoy as a way to kind of distract the hunters while you go around behind and ambush them. It's less an escape tactic. That's not really how it was designed.
Right.
So, but to compensate for that, because we don't want to leave our extremely squishy monster defenseless, her abduct now has a larger hitbox. So, a lot of these abducts that Brandon is aiming for, he would actually probably be landing in the current build of Wraith. Also, Warp Blast now has a larger radius as well, so you're more likely to hit the target you're aiming for, even if they're dodging. So that should be a really good balance, and I'm really excited to see that.
Something, you know, to point out, someone said, is the team still optimizing until release? Which is a great question, because when the game launches, that's like the beginning for game balancing.
Exactly.
That's where we really get to get a lot of data, you know, really quickly, and we can see how well is it really balanced, and we can go in and make adjustments. And we do plan to do that, you know. We're not going to just launch the game and be like, all right, that was fun, good job, team.
And if anybody who's heard from Chris knows that he's extremely committed to keeping the balance and making sure that it stays fair and people are happy with it.
Yeah, and you can actually see some of the balance notes. He puts them up on the Turtle Rock floor.
Yeah. So one thing, I keep losing my train of thought.
One thing to note is that Brandon is trying not to die.
Brandon, he's now out of armor. He should probably get out of here. He does
I
not
don't think
want
he's going to, though. I
Well,
think
he doesn't want to
finish
hang out
them
in that
off.
cloud, because if you stay in the toxic grenade cloud for the entire duration, it's the same amount of damage as getting hit by one of Markov's mines, which
That's
you'll
a lot
know is
for Wraith.
quite a chunk of damage,
Yeah.
especially for Wraith. So he wants to be really careful of that. And finished off the medic. That's going to be really bad for them.
Who is the best monster amongst the devs? This is
This is it.
Well, it's hard to say who's the best. Chris is a pretty good monster.
Chris is a great monster. I think Brandon plays a lot more than anyone else.
Yeah,
So
Chris plays a lot. It's the two of them. It's probably between the two of them.
I would say so. But we will be.
We are
having
doing to celebrate launch. We are going to have an Infernal Turtle Rock.
Is that the last hunter? No. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yay!
Nicely done, Brandon.
Well done. I mean, we have to cheer for Brandon, right? It's like last week. Who would we be if we weren't cheering for our own teammate? We love 2K though, so in my heart, they're always going to be winners.
I'm loving some of the comments from chat. Brandon is like a cat. He plays with his prey before he kills them. I don't know that that's totally accurate. I think he's definitely respecting the 2K team and knows that they're
Brandon OP, please nerf.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a totally. I think that 2K did really well in that match. It wasn't.
Yeah, no, they took him down really hard. I think he did a really good job of kind of taking a couple down, and then, they never really got the full team until the end. And I think they weren't locking him down very well. I think an Abe might have been a better choice for those stasis grenades. Yeah, it could have been a hunter
build in that case. It's hard to say. I mean, you can't discount how important the hunter build is. The hard part is that you don't know what monster you're playing until the very end.
Right, blind pick.
So, knowing the monster, we can make guesses about what we think he's going to play, and then we can say to each other, like, as a hunter team, what do you think Brandon's going to pick? I'll probably pick Wraith. But you just don't know, and sometimes you just picked a bad build for that monster.
Yeah.
That just happens. So.
Yeah, I think he said he was going to play all of the monsters.
I'm pretty sure he is,
knowing
Brandon.
I think we
and I
get
bet
a
that's a
Goliath
stipulation. Next. I bet that was a stipulation, that they all had to mix up the hunters and monster teams.
I don't think it was. I think he just likes to show that he can play all the monsters because he's like, oh, yeah. What, you think Wraith's too strong? Okay, let me beat you with Goliath. Here we go. Playing Goliath. Called it. 2K owes
How many
2 beers to
hunters will there be?
Brandon.
That's a good question. There's 12 at launch, and if you get the season pass, you get the next 4, and then if you get the PC monster race, which is only available on PC, you get 4 plus the next 2. So, as of today, that's the furthest we've announced. But Evolve's future is in the hands of the community. We always say this, if you guys love it and the feedback's amazing, then we want to keep supporting it. So. Play it and let us know what you think. Everyone hates it, I'm always like, join the forums, go talk on the forums, but
there's so much information there. If you're curious about anything, like, oh, I have balance questions, or oh, I've been curious about lore, oh, I want to see what cosplay people are working on. It's all on the forums. There's tons there, and we have some really knowledgeable fans, and you can also reach out to devs, so it's very cool.
You can find us.
Wrecked, not wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Stop teasing me. Oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're not playing Behemoth today.
Well, Behemoth is Rocky.
Yeah, no, he's a little too scary for the stream. We don't think you guys are ready for him yet.
We can't talk about him yet. He's just that.
He's terrifying.
So.
Yeah.
All right, a little bit of Goliath play.
Something in my ear happened and then
the man in the ear said something. We think it was. But anyway, so here's some Goliath play. I think that this might be Brandon's weakest monster. What do you think?
I don't know. If you've seen Brandon play Goliath, he's kind of the king of rock throws. So I'm expecting to see a lot of smacking hunters out of the air. because that's my favorite thing. I think that's probably my favorite thing about Goliath.
So annoying.
I am more of a flame breath charge kind of Goliath player because I'm terrible at monster, and that's like the least skill shot required. You're just like, I'm just gonna breathe fire everywhere. It's kind of like, it's the aim challenged build. I love this map actually. It's one of our acid biomes, so he's actually taking damage walking through that pool. So it's really good. It kind of opens up another opportunity for him to cause damage to the hunters.
Or for them to cause damage to him.
And well, no, exactly. But because he can control where the hunters end up, so he can actually smack them into the acid pool. He can charge and bounce them into it.
Incapped in the acid pool.
Incapped in the acid pool, not good.
Not fun.
Because you're gonna go down so much faster.
Pick him up too.
Yep. Yeah. So if you have Val on your team, you can heal from a distance.
Yeah.
Caira as well. Better for that, but if you're playing Lazarus and you're trying to revive people, it's just that's not fun for anybody.
There was a question. Someone was asking about like general information about us, like favorite food. You guys don't want to hear about us.
No. My favorite food is hunters. Just kidding.
Monster.
Shame I don't play monster.
No.
They see me rolling, they hating. So true. So true.
So
Jess
anyways.
is awesome. Yes, Jess is awesome.
Oh, thanks, guys. So, I'm blushing.
All right, so we got. Oh, he's just gonna go straight for that stage 2. Now, this is not like Brandon. Normally, Brandon is very like, oh, I'm gonna throw stage 1. So this is a sign that he has a lot of respect for the people that he's playing because, he knows that he probably shouldn't engage with them first in stage 1.
Like he was saying, their stage 1 Kraken play was pretty good. I would bet that their stage 1 play is pretty good in general.
Yeah, well, Goliath, is our most straightforward monster. So, he's on the ground level. He's not flying up in the air like Kraken. He's pretty easy to see and lock down because as opposed to Wraith, who can be very difficult to find and then lock down. So, he just needs to make sure that he stays strong, keeps that armor up. Now we've got an Abe, so he's going to be extra slowed.
Yep.
Getting that quick incap, though.
Abe, Val, who else?
Oh, can he get around the side? No.
Who's that? We have. Actually, I didn't see the hunter build. All right, I know chat knows. They'll tell us.
Yeah, chat.
Tell us, chat. Watch out for that pool. Man, those stasis grenades they're good against Goliath. I think that they're invaluable against Wraith and Kraken.
Barrel Pizza Pie wants to marry Brandon.
We'll let him know. I think he's taking applications.
Andy, I don't know who Jesse is. You could make a monster melt with your beauty. Thanks for that. Anyway, so back to the game. What do we got here? This is...
They are getting...
Oh,
wrecked.
wow. Well... Good job, Brandon.
Yay, Brandon!
Man,
well
I didn't even.
done.
That was rough.
That was a bit.
That
rough.
was rough. I would really love to see what Dave's saying about that one.
So to be fair, we talked initially about doing a hunter team and a monster team, and then switching off.
Yeah.
So
that'll be coming later.
Yeah.
We unfortunately had a lot of our A team were out.
So we are planning to do it, and I know 2K wants it, so we want it too. Yay!
My name is Chloe. There you go.
Brandon is the cutest Twitch streamer ever.
He'll like that. He also has really cute dogs. So if you watch him stream, they're usually hanging out in the background.
Yeah.
They are adorable.
So Brandon is playing on mouse and keyboard right now.
Yeah, he's a mouse and keyboard player.
Doesn't play controller.
Yeah, if we were to put him on controller, we probably wouldn't get those sorts of quick games.
So I think that Monster is easier on controller.
I've heard that a lot. I did a lot of playing on controller at, we were at PAX East and E3, and because I'm such a keyboard and mouse person. So I've gotten a lot more comfortable with controller, but I can't aim worth a damn. So I play a lot of Maggie on controller and just kind of spam harpoon traps and follow Daisy around.
Chloe's Maggie play is ace, guys. I don't know if you've seen it.
I'm very annoying. I tend to draw fire from Assault and Medic because people are just like, oh, damn these traps, I must take her out. And then they chase me, and I'm like, ha 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 ha, I'm getting healed. And so that works out pretty well.
Does Brandon have a pug? Does he?
Does he have a pug? No, he has a little teddy bear and a what's it called? Papillon. Manliest dog
A
ever.
Papillon. This is my Papillon.
Her name's Minnie Mouse.
Well,
yeah, no, they are adorable.
So it looks like we're going the Kraken build, all Aftershock to start. Now, why does Brandon do Aftershock to start?
I think because he knows that they are. No, I was gonna say they clump, but they don't. They know better than to. They know to spread out when playing against Kraken. You know, because Kraken's ability is like Lightning Strike. If you're grouped up,
Yeah.
that's such an easy
Insta-death.
choice for him. You can just go, oh, zap, you're all in the same place, easy. Same with Aftershock. I think, you know, if you're surrounded by hunters, you can Aftershock and do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually heard him talk about his build for Kraken, so
We'll see how
having
he uses
trouble
it then.
speculating. Anybody in chat got any ideas?
Well, it does take them a little
Someone
bit to
said
answer
happy birthday,
questions.
Jess. It's not her birthday.
It is not my birthday, but thank you anyway. My birthday is September 19th, and for my birthday, I really want a Golf GTI
Oh,
R7.
people are saying that this is Brandon's troll build.
This is Brandon's.
Oh,
looking
I
at it through
hope
the glass
that's not
right now.
true. I'll have to go smack him.
All
All right, so Bucket, yay!
Caira, Dave, and Markov. Caira's
Caira.
favorite.
Yeah, I love me some Caira.
I love
She's
Caira.
awesome.
I want to do Caira's cosplay, but the hair's not quite right, and I'm also not Spanish.
That's okay.
She's so cute.
You're a little freckly. We
I'm
need
a little
freckly
Irish
hunter.
looking.
We need a space
yeah, where's
Irish
the
hunter.
space Irish?
Yeah.
I'll put in a request for that when they're like, we're designing hunters. What should they look like? I'd be like,
Guys, yeah, because we actually, I wasn't here early enough in our development, but there are actually a lot of random colonists and like the corpses
Yeah.
around the map that are modeled on people. Like
Yeah.
we have we have a Jason Hassenauer, who is our, I think he's assistant creative director now,
yeah.
and our office mom. Her husband and sons are both in the game. And
That's
they have
fun.
their faces modeled. So
Cabot looks a lot like Jason Tong, one of our QA guys. Is he
yeah,
modeled
there's,
after him?
there's a similarity there. I think they're.
I don't know. Anyway. Well,
Just
Cabot's
stay away from that.
I think the most attractive hunter, currently.
I'm not getting into that conversation.
What? I was
Anywho,
just saying it's nice
Banshee
that he-
Mines.
Oh, whatever. I was being nice.
I know. You know, of all the hunters, there's only one that I have eyes for. I can't talk about it. Jess cosplay Caira.
Sadly, it's his troll bone. He might be troll bone.
Hashtag facepalm.
Sadly, it's his troll build, so they might be throwing them a bone.
Are the space Irish the source of all the space
He
booze?
might be throwing them
Probably. I do. I love Banshee Mines. They're
space
so
booze.
good.
Maybe there's prohibition in space. You don't know.
Cabot Master Race.
Yeah, there was a lot of love in the chat for Cabot.
It's not Griffin.
Favorite medic for me is Caira. Partly because I love her chat, like her.
Yeah, she's
BL.
so enthusiastic.
So cute.
It's weird. Oh no, Ben, what were you doing by
Ben,
yourself?
alone.
You know better than that.
Ben knows better.
See?
But Markov
There's the
wasn't far
aftershock.
behind.
Yeah, they were doing the split up 2x2, and one of them was just too far away from the other. So always good to keep in mind if you're doing splitting up as groups of two, stay with your buddy, because
Yes.
when that person walks into a plant, as people are wont to do, you need to be there.
Can
I'm
we
not
start
referring
a
to our
campaign
matches
called
earlier,
Take a
Jess.
Buddy? Like,
It's dangerous to go alone.
like
Take a
hashtag
friend.
take a friend. Because
Yeah.
honestly, I see this all the time where they go and run off and they're by themselves and the monster pounced them.
Yeah,
and
how
they
about
fell
like
in-
2x2
into-
v1?
How
And we
many
have.
Phil?
I wish we could turn the camera because
'Cause
Phil
Phil
Robb is creeping from the other room. He's just sort of, come on in, Phil. Come on in.
Come say
Come
hi.
on. He's very cute.
Let's
though.
go and hit the light.
Yeah, duck under the light and come say hello to
So,
chat. Just stick your face right here.
Brandon's losing horribly.
Not.
But everybody,
It's
Phil
Phil
Robb.
Robb. He's strangely not loitering in the chat today, talking about his beard.
Yes.
I was doing business shit.
You guys got any questions for Phil while he's
Yeah,
here?
while he's here. Do you
Ask
want
him
to sit
quick.
still?
Let's see.
I can't.
We don't have another chair.
It's alright.
And you're attached to yours. Does Phil still like peas? Yes. That face. He is not. He kept the beard. Yes, Phil is keeping the beard until games are on shelves, and it is
How many
long.
inches do you reckon you've got there?
Like, it's almost 7, isn't it? Yeah.
Was
Yep.
7 your final number?
I think
No,
it was
mine-
6.5 because we measured it
Oh,
early.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, on a scale of
1 to beard?
oh no, I'm not reading that question.
Huh?
Nice beard.
How's
Phil, can I
Gobi?
have a job?
Gobi's good. Gobi's happy.
Yeah,
Gobi
Gobi-
is great.
He's shedding right now, so he's got like little
Oh, is he?
skin flakes all over.
Oh,
his face.
lovely.
Yeah.
Does he do that like a snake, where it
Yeah.
all kind of comes off in one piece?
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Once every 6 to 8 months.
I'm sure Brandon's doing something important over there,
So
but so
whoever-
much more interesting talking about.
Whoever, you don't know who Gobi is a Turtle Rock pet. He's a bearded dragon because everything at Turtle Rock
Has a beard.
has a beard except for the ladies. I wanted to point that out.
Oh,
So
the
anyways,
Cockney
this is
Charmer
Brandon
is in
killing
chat,
Andy.
Phil.
Oh, nice.
Andy's down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops. For any of you who don't follow Phil on Twitter, I was born in England, and I was explaining to Phil that British baked beans are amazing, and apparently there's also oops, which are like it's like pasta
Well,
in a
they're
can.
hoops, right?
Hoops.
But Sean was saying oops. Right?
Well, that's what it says on the thing, doesn't it?
No, it says.
Oh,
it just
it's
says
okay.
oops, yeah.
Anyway, so there was a whole thing about that when Phil was doing his part of the tour in London.
And I'm sad to say I wasn't allowed to take my
Really?
canned goods. No.
Oh.
Apparently, like you can do bad things with canned goods. I don't know.
Well, you could slice somebody with it.
Yeah, I suppose.
If you had a can opener, I don't think they'd let you take a can opener onto a plane.
Yeah, maybe they should.
No, but it was.
They
It was
should
like,
ban can openers, not.
Oh, it was a oh.
Oh. That would
God,
work.
this just
Like,
took a
I'm
dark turn.
imagining- Alright,
Anyway, yo, Phil, 1v1 me, bro. I bet I could survive you. I don't think so. I don't think so. Phil's hard.
one v1.
Just his beard alone could take you. I was born in Hammersmith, so it's part of London.
So, just to go back to Brandon real quick,
Yeah.
he's killing them relentlessly.
Yeah, that's what they told me. It's
Yeah, he's doing his,
Brandon is doing
Aftershock Banshee mind build.
doing the studio proud.
I
Yeah.
know that
He gets to keep his job.
people
this
have been
day.
asking. They're
No
like, oh, I could
concepts.
take Brandon. We are trying to set that up for you guys. We are going to set it up where if you want to take on Brandon, we will let you queue up to do that. And if you can beat him,
Sorry, Anna just set up a exclamation point Phil beard command, which is
Nightbot says Phil's beard is
pretty
7 inches
epic.
long. Wow. That's not gonna get used all the time.
yeah.
Hi, Crash 7800. Hi. Quit playing with the prey.
It's Ian.
Oh, it's Ian. Hey, Ian. How's it going? Hi.
Who's Ian? You only know one Ian?
Actually, I think I do.
Hello, Ian.
I'm
You're
pretty sure
special.
I do. He's not that common of a name.
All
All right,
where's
so
your beard?
2K's found him again. There's 2 strikes on Andy. Tough life for Andy. And
Oh, Andy.
He's actually in a really interesting spot in the map right now. This is kind of
Yeah.
hard for him. There's an acid pool there, so landing.
Yep, which he just landed in. That's see, there we go. We got an in-cap in the acid.
You know, I
not
take it
what
back.
we wanted
This
for them.
is a tough
And he
spot for
aggravated
everybody.
that. What was that? That's a
No man.
nomad. Thank you. He aggroed one of those, so that's all. Oh no, Andy, what are you
Andy.
doing? Don't face check like a
R.I.P.
Brandon
Andy.
monster with 2 strikes. You silly man.
That's okay. They got this. There's still 3 of them. And Andy's the only one with strikes, so they're probably in pretty good shape. They did just get almost a section, a bar off his. I don't know the official.
That's a half.
It's like,
a
we
bar.
say bars.
I said
Yeah.
I was rounding for 2K. I was, it was almost a bar segment.
Is Phil planning on donating his beard to underprivileged baby-faced men? That's
I
really
could.
creepy.
I could.
That's a really, I mean, he takes good care of it. It's a very clean, well-kept beard,
Smells
but
good.
still, yeah, well, I'm not seeing that.
You did Monsters DLC?
Nope. Nope.
Confirmed. DLC that is only a beard.
Yeah, I would love to have, like, I wish we did hunter skins just for that purpose, just so we could have beards on all the hunters,
They're
even
tough,
the
because
women.
it's like It's a whole new asset.
No, the ladies did no clip till ship, so we cut off a bunch of hair. So.
Yeah, this is like
Just
if you
cut
guys
off
saw
a ton
me
of
last
hair.
week. It was a lot longer than this.
And I cut off a bunch, but I did it at the wrong time, so I did it like a year ago, and I cut off 10 inches and don't use it. So.
Can we get a Chloe skin for Val? That's really creepy.
That is, I don't.
We'll just carve.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did he really?
He just staged up right in front of the in-cap hunter.
So we
now
don't
he's
have
showing
taunts
off.
in
Yeah.
this game, but if we did have a taunt, it would be evolving on a dead hunter's corpse.
That's the evolve equivalent of getting teabagged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna use that term, but that's cool.
We're an M-rated stream.
We are, I know, but still. I mean, I guess I can never be filthy with Hyde, but
Matt last week was pretending to be Hyde. It's pretty funny.
he does a great
I
Hyde
said
though.
he could use bad words if he only did it in Hyde's voice.
He's got a good deep like British. Can we get a Chloe skin for Markov? I don't know what that would look like.
This is all getting a little strange.
Yeah, we went down a weird road with that.
So it seems the chat has identified that Brandon is taunting them.
Phil Rob, can we buy hoodies or evolve hats in the future?
Yes.
Hopefully, yes. They are supposed to be coming to the store as soon as we can get them up there. I know you guys have seen us wearing them. Like, we're...
We want you to get them,
They're
so
beautiful
they
red
are in
hoods.
progress.
We're all very
So yeah,
branded
we
by
want to get those out to you guys as soon as possible. They will be coming soon. I want an evolved hoodie that looks like Goliath. I actually love that idea. That was one of my original ideas
You'd
for
have to be super
merch.
spiky.
But it's like, there's a lot involved, and that's like a specialized hoodie, because you want to put
I hope
spikes on the
somebody makes
hood,
it.
and like, yeah.
Well, my kids have one of those that you zip all the way up.
Yeah, exactly, the, like little dragon ones. Yeah, I'd love one of those like Goliath. Any of you want to make one?
Go for it.
I
I
did
was
not
thinking
just...
last night it would be cool to actually have evolve like monster sleepers, you know, like
Yes! I used to, okay, so
Goliath shape.
when I was little, my entire family had beast feet slippers. We called them beast feet withies because we were English at the time. Well, we
were English at the
we
time.
were all English. Oh, I was English at the time. Yeah, no, we called them beast feet withies, and they're like Beauty and the Beast, beast feet. There you go. There's a little bit of a British accent for you. Not Cockney, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely not Cockney. If
How
anything,
did
it's like
Chloe live
Queen's
in England?
How did Chloe live in? Well, Chloe lived in a house.
I lived in a
They fed her
house.
food.
I was born there, so I didn't
Yeah.
really have much choice in the matter.
I don't
It
like it.
really weirds out Phil because I sound like a different person and I use different words. That's right.
I'm the queen.
I'm not the queen. I'm the queen. All the English. All the
Anyway,
English-
support's dead.
Anyway, I did all my English.
2 strikes for and a little bit of a roar at the end.
Yeah.
Yay! Well
Good job, Brandon.
done.
Good job, Brandon. OMG, I had beast feet. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
they're
see?
awesome.
What
A
stage
boatman
is Phil
knows what's
right
up.
now?
What stage is Phil? Well, from his beard, you can tell he's stage 3. Duh.
What's your favorite evacuation campaign effect?
Ooh.
That's a good one. I like the med bays for the hunters,
Med bays are fun.
but if I want my life to be harder, I like the phantoms.
Oh yeah, the phantoms are annoying.
They're really annoying, but
I
it
like,
makes the gameplay.
I like having a
challenging.
Goliath buddy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I get
yeah.
so entertained by watching people walk into plants, so I really like the weather control tower when it gets like super rainy and there's tons of plants. That really entertains me. Although I haven't seen the one
You
that
walked into a plant today when we were playing.
No, I didn't. It didn't happen. Totally didn't happen.
I'm going back to work.
Okay.
All right, go back to
Bye, guys.
Bye, Bill. Thanks for joining us.
I'm like looking down there, waving at that when I should be looking at that.
Yeah, there you go. That's the camera.
Was that the last match? I don't know. That's a good
Was that an
question.
evacuation
I think that was
campaign?
5.
Were
What?
they doing evacuation or are they just?
How
No,
many
they're
was
just
that?
doing hunt.
How many was that? Was it 5 or 4?
Bye guys.
Nobody's
That's
counting.
true.
Bye, Phil.
What about beating Brandon? He just
Well,
did that.
Brandon,
Wow.
please
I think
hold.
we need some
I'll be right
moderators
back.
to take some action in the chat. Go for it.
Well, that's pleasant.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Are we on?
You're still on.
I'm still on. Just abandoned me. So sad. Hey guys. You gave me company? That was 4. Good, because I can't count. No, Phil, stay. Oh, he's got to go back to work. He's working on the game. Making beautiful things for you. Show Behemoth. Now. Yeah, no, Behemoth will happen soon. We will have all sorts of exciting things. As soon as we can stream him, we will, but he is not ready yet. He's still being balanced, because balancing monsters takes a lot of time. For any of you guys who don't know, we usually will play a new monster against the first set of unlocked characters, so the first tier, and make sure that it's a good ratio, 50-50, and then we'll play them against the second tier, and then the third tier, and then kind of start mixing and matching and make sure that it's consistently the same sort of win rate. So it takes a while. It's a time-consuming process, so it's very important.
Yeah.
Do. Life-size chomp bag sleeping bag. That is genius. Why has nobody thought of that yet? That's amazing. Actually, Trip Maverick, we already went gold. The game is out. It's being printed on discs right now. So what we're working on now is DLC, which is very exciting, and obviously continuing to balance and refine and polish everything. So.
Yeah, and
My goodness, we've got a Brandon.
Yay.
we have a Brandon. Sit.
You guys have
sit here.
questions for Brandon? Ask some questions.
Go ahead,
Brandon
ask.
is
These guys
here
are
to
itching to play you.
answer your questions.
Don't be itchy. There's creams for that.
Wow, Brandon.
What? There is.
Oh God, nobody wants to see that much of us.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
pretend to
thank
drink
you.
from
I
your
love my
water.
Doctor Who cup. This was a present from Brill for my birthday, and I'm obsessed with it because it changes color.
What
Nobody
happens
actually gives a shit about this. I'm just like, oh yes, would you like to hear about my mug?
What happens if you beat Brandon? That's-
Oh, okay. So I was talking about that. So, we've been trying to set up the ability to play Brandon. We haven't released details on how we're gonna do it, and I know you guys are interested, so I promise we're working on it, so that you guys can queue up somehow to fight the ultimate monster. If you win, there are going to be prizes, and I'm gonna try my best to make them super good. So
No pressure on me at all. I'm scared.
you're gonna lose.
I mean,
I know.
You're gonna lose.
you did sort of do the ultimate taunt in that last game and
By evolving.
evolve on top of a dead hunter.
I
so...
felt like that was the most ideal place for me to evolve at that time.
It was strategic.
Strategically,
Absolutely,
the
absolutely.
best place for me to...
Brandon plays with a mouse and keyboard. He is crap
yeah.
on controller.
Oh, I'm terrible at
He's
controller.
terrible on controller.
No, I only play nothing on controller, so...
So Brandon, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do at the studio while we wait for some of these questions to fill in?
Yeah, so I am primary monster artist, so along with Bambi, who you guys probably know as well, we sort of go in and sort of think up, he mainly thinks them up, and I sort of execute and texture and model and make sure everything is going good. So yeah, they're all our babies.
Someone asked, what's your favorite monster skill?
Troll skill or real skill?
I guess you can give both?
Yeah, it's probably Abduct. It's so underplayed. It's really good. It's just hard to. It's just hard, right? Like, but once you get it.
Well, I think that's going to change with the. I haven't played her or seen
Sure.
her played since we put those balance changes in.
Y-
So it's not hitbox, but the
Yeah, I
collision's
think
going to
it's-
be a little bit bigger.
I think the hitbox gets
Yeah.
like half a meter bigger, which it's definitely gonna help, but it may not like. By
It's still a
hard, I
skill
mean
shot.
like the super far ones,
Yeah,
right? Where you're like
absolutely.
sniping people out, but when you do get it, I mean, you know, feel great.
Oh yeah, we've still got Jess under your name.
That's
You're Jess.
my new thing.
Just try to be Ginger. Let's see. Why do you not play very stealthy as monster? I play massive stealth as monster, but you ran around a bit. King what says?
It depends on the map and who you're going against. If I am intimidated by the team and they have Abe, then I'll play super stealthy, just to make sure that I get the advantage. Abe has
Why Abe specifically?
Abe is anti-runner, so once he finds you, he's gonna like stay on you, but he has a really hard time finding you, especially
Yeah.
when you're super sneaky. But it's usually if I'm afraid, like if I don't feel like I can handle myself in a fight at stage 1, then I probably will start sneaking. But generally, I run for food.
Yeah, so that's actually all the time we have. Brandon has to go back to work, and so do we. So thanks so much for joining us and, cheering us on in those games.
It was
and
fun.
Hopefully you learned some stuff by watching Brandon and the wonderful 2K Hunters. And we will see you guys next time.
Good games.
Bye.